I saw Dolly at Fantastic Fest and might be the most gruesome film I saw at the festival. So today, let's see if it's worth your time. Macy, a young woman, is abducted by a monstrous figure intent on raising her as their own child. A lot of directors have inspiration from horror films from the 70s and 80s and 90s, and a lot of it's really clear when you watch their movies. When watching Dolly, you can see the inspiration from 70s horror films, very much so Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The way that this film looks, it feels very similar to the films from the 70s. Macy is off on a trip with her boyfriend, played by Sean William Scott, and the two run into Dolly. She wears this porcelain doll mask and she abducts Macy and wants to raise her as their own child. And so Macy is now in this house in the woods, tormented and controlled by Dolly. The setup really does feel similar to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with this character that doesn't speak. You can tell that there is a mental issue with this character. She longs to be a mother. What's interesting about the way that these two characters are established in the film, Macy knows that her boyfriend is going to propose to her on this trip, but she's hesitant on that because she doesn't want to be a stepmother and she doesn't want to put all of her trauma on her potential stepdaughter. And then on the other hand of it all, Dolly, she is wanting to be this mother. The opposite sides of that all and what these characters are going through in their own lives. The film does a great job of looking at what Dolly wants in this aspect of motherhood. And it goes down in a horrific way, but it has a deeper theme to it all amongst this very gruesome movie. A lot of practical effects in here when it comes to the two of them fighting it out. This is like a grindhouse movie. A lot of it is gnarly and gruesome to look at. They really don't hold back on it all. And when you get to Dolly's house, just the atmosphere within itself just feels very slimy and gross. The furniture in the house itself feels worn down and just adds to the tone of this movie. Rod Blackhurst directs this movie, and he has a knack for recreating a certain style from the 70s. Like I said, it feels very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that is an absolutely good thing. From the grainy look to it, the style is spot on. And the performances are strong in here. There's a lot of sympathy when it comes to Dolly's character, what she's going through. Yes, there's horror throughout the movie and she's abducting people and hurting them, but when you look at the more subtle performance and the mannerisms from Dolly, it creates that sympathy for that character. And Fabienne Therese is also really good in here, holding back a lot of the emotions in the beginning when she realizes that her boyfriend may propose to her. Sean William Scott is also great in here. Brief performance, but I like him within this movie. I was really impressed with Dolly. It takes the story of abduction and gives it more of an emotional aspect to it. Dolly is a character that I want to explore more of. I heard there's a prequel already in production. This could be a franchise that could go on for many more films, and the inspiration is definitely there, and I loved its look. I do recommend checking out Dolly whenever it's released in theaters or on video on demand. It is a film that you definitely need to check out. I'm gonna go ahead and give Dolly a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Dolly. Have you guys seen it at Fantastic Fest? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.